Nikki has a new favorite song.
I do.
I'm not exaggerating.
We just did our fundraiser, and kids, all smoke, no fire, having a chance, during our fundraiser, Obi and I are in the studio so much more, so we get to really listen to all of our songs on Radio U, and that song I just enjoyed immensely during it, so it's my favorite.
You did. Joining us this morning, the two frontmen for kids. And give us your names again.
Josh and Josiah.
Josh, good job.
There you
Nikki.
go. Good morning, Josh. Good morning, Josiah. How are you guys?
Good morning. We're doing great. Thank you for having us.
No problem.
Yeah,
You
right
are
on.
welcome anytime.
So you're brand new to the Radio U family, but I was doing some reading. You guys have been doing music since 2012. Is that right?
Yeah. Actually, most of us have been doing music, since high school together. But this project, we've been going strong since 2012. Yeah.
Okay, right on. So, well, you know what? Take us back to high school a little bit so we can get some background. Like what?
How did it become?
Like, how did you guys come together in 2012?
Oh man. So Josiah and I have been playing since. Geez, you must have been a freshman at the time. We were in various hardcore bands, hardcore Christian. And then we had a few worship bands that me and like our drummer Matt and guitar player Christian were playing on together. So just kind of youth group kids,
Yeah, right on.
Yeah.
And so
then this must have been. Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just saying. So then at some point, kids emerges,
Out of all
and
of that?
fast forward a few years, and all of a sudden you're on Tooth and Nail Records.
Yeah. 1, 2, skip a few, and we're on Tooth and Nail Records.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So you guys are in Florida. What's like? You said you're in a video studio. What are you guys doing during the day down there that you're in a video studio?
Yeah. So actually, everyone in the band is in some capacity in production. So I'm a director of photography and a director and an editor. Josh is a music producer and audio technician. Christian's a graphic designer. Matt is a creative producer. Andrew's a photographer. So our day-to-day, when we're not writing music, touring, etc., we're shooting commercials, shooting short films, shooting music videos, kind of all of the encompassing production sort of facets. So yeah.
So does this make it harder that everybody is so creative? Because sometimes when, you have a room full of creative people, that can be difficult, or is it just helpful because anytime you need something, someone in the room is always there who can help in one aspect, one way or another?
So more a blessing than a curse.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Everyone is super talented, but that also means that our taste levels are higher, and
Right.
so yeah, it's actually amazing. So we operate, our band operates as our own small creative agency with all of the assets that we create for the band.
That's so smart. Well, this is Kids, new on Radio U, Josh and Josiah. And if you want to watch their studio space, you can hang out and see them. If you hop over to our Facebook page right now at Radio U Riot, you can see them as we talk with them.
So one of the things that really stuck out to me about your new song, and Nikki's a fan, is the saxophone that is prominently featured in your single. So tell us, have you always had a sax in there, or was it just that this song you felt like, this is the song that needs the sax?
It's a great question. So we historically have been big fans of just having some brass in our live show. We have an amazing trumpeter that also plays a flute, and he's been touring with us for a while. His name is AJ as well, and so when we were writing this song, we were in the studio. It was screaming that line needed to be saxophone, it needed it. So come to find out, our trumpet player is the only thing he plays better than trumpet is saxophone, and so he brought his sax with him to the studio and just ripped it, man. It was just so cool.
Okay, so
I love it.
We're not going back.
Yeah, I know you can never, because every song gets a guitar solo here and there, like that's what we always get. But when it was like, that's a saxophone, and you're like, we never get that, and it made it so refreshing.
Awesome.
So
No, glad it's
going-
hitting right.
Yes, that's it.
I don't know whether to think like backwards or forwards, but like, does your older stuff, because you guys have been making music longer than you've been on Tooth and Nail. I've only heard the two Tooth and Nail songs. Like what, like, does your older stuff have trumpets on it?
Yeah. Our record we did right before this current release with Tooth and Nail, it was called Rich Coast, and has some folk vibes to it, but it's on a more cinematic side. It's still still alternative pop rock, but it's got some cinematic vibes to it. A lot of string and horn sections, just like orchestral elements. So the live trumpet was really nice to have, kind of backing some of those strings and horns.
That's cool, because as a trumpet player myself, there seems to be very little room for people like me in popular music.
Well, I feel like people either go all in with it or they don't, just bring it in every so often. And it's nice just to have some of these instruments you don't hear in every song pop up every so often. It makes a nice change.
And I just want to say, if things don't work out, I also play the alto sax.
Oh, you can.
Oh,
Perfect.
Maybe they need another person in the team down there. What do you think?
I'm just
Yeah.
saying that if
We can
something
always
doesn't
use-
work out,
More the merrier.
We could always use another trumpet sax player.
Yes, that would be
Yeah,
good. Now,
I don't know. I think most.
Oh no, go ahead.
Sorry. No, I just think most like rock bands don't know what to do with brass. It's just something. It's kind of a language you got to speak a little bit. I don't play it, but I know I hear it. And when we're writing, I mean, we try to make room for those instruments, because they really, I think, and most of us do hear it. Like Josiah plays the best mouth trumpet of anyone I've ever met in my life. So.
well, let me just say this, that as your trumpet sax player, he probably feels like really comfortable, like he's going to be super hard to replace, and he doesn't have to bring his A game, because you guys could never find somebody else like me. Just every once in a while, let him know
Remind him.
there are people out there
That's good, I
that
guess.
do this. Little fear.
I have Obadiah's email address.
That's right.
Yeah.
In
right.
case you
Tell him
need it.
that.
But yeah, it's been since high school since you played, right? So no, okay, no, you're still playing. You're still playing.
Oh.
You don't have to talk
Sorry,
about
you guys broke up. I have no idea what she
It's
just
been
said.
a while. It's been a while.
She said I was an expert, and at one point I was playing trumpet with the Salvation Army when I was ringing the kettle.
You're just so good.
That's what I thought.
They may have asked me to stop, but it's cool.
Well, again, this is Kids.
Yeah.
All Smoke No Fire is new on Radio U. So with touring kind of still pausing, like is there anything you guys want to finish the year with doing, or hope that when things pick back up in next year or whenever, that you guys want to start going back to doing?
We have a really cool project in the works. I'm going to let Josiah talk about it a little bit more. He directed it, so it's pretty awesome. We're excited about it. Good.
Yeah, totally. So touring is obviously what you do after you release a record, and you don't do it in the midst of a pandemic. So we've done a bunch of live sessions in a studio with a lot of our friends, and we are going to start putting those out in the next few months. So All Smoke No Fire is going to be one of them, but it's live performances, sort of thematically in a studio setting, with kind of goes a little bit along with the concept of the record.
Awesome.
Yes.
So that'll be upcoming in the next couple of months?
Yep.
Good.
All right. Well, this is Kids, and we've got All Smoke No Fire. Is there anything else that, you've got an opportunity to talk to the Radio U audience that you kind of wanted to get out there about, ways to get in touch with you or anything like that?
You just said a good one. Our band name is kind of hard to search sometimes. So if you are looking for us, our website is thisiskids.com, and you can get onto any of our handles that way, or simply search the album title, which is Lost Cities. Sorry, need more coffee this morning.
One of you has
It's fine. It's no problem.
That's why I'm here.
We need each other.
It's a team. It's a team effort.
Well, guys, thank you so much for taking time to hang out with us this morning. And
The Lost Cities LP is what you can search, or Kids if you put it in all caps. Sometimes that helps too. And then
This
All
is
Smoke, No
Kids.
Fire. Then that's on Radio U.
all right, here's All Smoke, No Fire.
Hang tight, guys.
It is the Riot.